Welcome to Tackle Today. This is Coach Matt. Let's get right into it and tackle the top 5 market stories impacting the markets here today. And when you're looking at the market today, the first thing I would like to talk about is just the market's overall hesitating at resistance. This is a pattern we've seen over the course of the last couple weeks in the market. Big Monday drops, but part of that big Monday drops was a little bit of hesitation at resistance on the Friday before the big Monday drop. You saw it 2 weeks ago, you saw it last week, and now you're seeing it here this week as well. And so the market obviously not ready for prime time when it comes to a breakout type situation, obviously waiting on further data to compel this breakout. But that is the pattern we are seeing in the market right now. Hesitation on a Friday, drop on Monday to kind of price in the overall concern, fight back up into resistance throughout the week when the biggest concern is not realized. We need to see a catalyst to kind of break the market out of that slumber. When you're looking at the rest of the markets, RSP still looking the same thing, hesitating at resistance, Q's hesitating at resistance, IWM, a little bit of a fake out, hesitating at resistance. You see the story over and over and over again. Resistance can be a tall order to break, can be a little bit tough to break. So don't be surprised when resistance does hold. Let's see if we can get a catalyst next week to kind of break it out of the slumber it is currently going in. Story number 2 here today is one of the reasons why the market is hesitating at resistance. And when you are looking at the labor market numbers here today, just a little bit of a mixed report in general. January non-farm payrolls came in at 143,000. Let me get the Epic pen to help you understand or to see the numbers in all of this information. And so you have the overall labor market numbers right here at the very bottom: average hourly earnings, unemployment rate. The January non-farm payroll came in at 143,000. That was below the 169,000 expectation, and it was significantly lower than what we saw in the December revision of 307,000. Despite that miss, the actual unemployment rate did drop to 4%, down to 4%. Wages, which are inflationary based, did go up by 0.5%. And so you have a little bit of inflationary concern coming out of the labor market numbers. The market isn't selling because of the miss of 143,000 jobs. The market is selling because of the inflation concern of the average hourly earnings going up in a really big beat against that 0.3% expectation, coming in at 0.5. So a little bit of labor market concern. We'll come back to Forex Factory here in just 1 second, but a little bit of labor market concern when it comes to that average hourly earnings. And the market is obviously hesitating due to that at resistance. Amazon was also in the news here today, one of the major companies reporting earnings, and they had a really good earnings report from a raw numbers perspective. 186 against 152, beat on the top line by 16%. Revenue was up 11% year over year in totality. Bottom line looks good, but guidance was soft here as they expected Q1 guidance to come in between 151 and 155 billion. That was slightly below the 186. And then on the secondary side of the equation, one of the numbers that is very important when you're looking at Amazon, when you're looking at companies like Meta, when you're looking at the companies that are the biggest companies in the stock market, the Mag 7 components, but specifically on these AI companies like Microsoft, Meta, Google, Amazon, is cloud growth here. And cloud growth was a concern out of Microsoft. In my estimation, that's why Microsoft gapped down on earnings. I thought there was a slight concern on Google's cloud growth. I do share that concern on Amazon from a cloud growth perspective, as Amazon does come underneath the expectation on cloud growth. So a little bit of guidance concerns in Amazon as they do lower the guidance officially, a little bit of cloud growth concerns similar to what we saw out of Google and Meta specifically. In general, not ready to break out, and that's how I see it on Amazon here. For stock story, if you go back a couple weeks to the market and talk about the reason the market gapped down 2 weeks ago on Monday, that was the DeepSeek concern regarding CapEx spending and the totality of the efficiency of the AI infrastructure build out. Well, from that point on, there was very big concern over CapEx spending and the R&D and all the money that the U.S. hyperscalers are putting into the AI marketplace. Well, since then, we've seen Meta, Google, Amazon, well, Meta, Google, Apple, these big time important companies that spend a tremendous amount in CapEx. They haven't shied away at all, regardless of what DeepSeek did from an efficiency perspective. Now, the fourth story here is regarding SoftBank, because what SoftBank came out today, they're finalizing a $40 billion investment into OpenAI, valuing the company at $300 billion. So we're talking about SoftBank putting up more money, $40 billion into SoftBank. They pledged billions and billions and billions into Trump's announcement of Stargate just from a week and a half ago, that joint venture they're doing with Oracle. The AI arms race is absolutely heating up, and there is a tremendous amount of money being thrown at it. And regardless of what DeepSeek said 2 weeks ago, that part of the equation simply has not changed. In fact, you're seeing more and more and more, because what DeepSeek did is it increased that competitive spirit, and you're starting to see that play out a little bit. Now, on the fifth stock story here today, we got, let's come back to Forex Factory, and let's talk a little bit about the consumer sentiment report. As the University of Michigan Consumer Sentiment Report did come in to 67.8 here today, expectations was 71.9, and it did come in at 71.3 in January. January got revised down to 71.1. February came in here at 67.8. So what's causing the drop in consumer confidence? Well, what's causing the drop is kind of what we saw in the labor market numbers. You had inflationary based labor market numbers here today, especially on the average hourly earnings coming in at 0.5. Well, the consumers are speaking out there right now, and they're concerned about inflation, and specifically regarding how tariffs are going to impact that inflation. And so consumers spoke today, and they spoke saying, we're a little bit concerned on the tariff side of the equation. And so in totality, when you're looking at the market here today, a little bit of hesitation at resistance, but a little bit of hesitation at resistance, because that is the pattern we are seeing over the last couple of weeks. And then you add on top of that, kind of as we recap the tackle top five here today, markets hesitating at resistance. Well, why is it hesitating at resistance? Well, the labor market came in mixed. Amazon beat, but they provided soft guidance. SoftBank's $40 billion investment is a single stock story in an industry story, but consumer confidence did officially drop amid those inflationary concerns as well. Now, what we got going on at Tackle Trading later on today is we don't have any webinars we do on Fridays. What we do on Fridays for the pro members, as we conclude every Tackle Today talking about what we're going to be doing with the pros here today, what we do is we provide the Tackle Trading newsletter and the Traders Report. The Tackle Trading newsletter is your go-to for market analysis. There's 5 stories in the Tackle Trading newsletter. There are 3 videos to accompany those stories. Story number 1 is always a technical update, kind of looking at the market from a pure technical perspective. What are those patterns? What are the trends? Where's support and resistance? What are the indicators showing? I always like to write from a analytical perspective, obviously, but I always like to mix in a little bit of education in there as well. Topic number 2 is always going to be kind of what the major stock stories are in that given week, but specifically around earnings. And I'm going to do a complete earnings update later on today in the newsletter. What are the best stocks in earnings? What are the worst stocks in earnings? What's the overall landscape in earnings? What are the next week's earnings reports? The third stock story is always a sector rankings update, where we provide a video with that, where we look at all of the different sectors and we rank the different sectors from a from an overall bias perspective. We look at the heat map, talk about all of that. We do an economic update, and we finally take a journey through the global markets as well. It is an amazing newsletter that will keep you informed, that will educate you on a week in, week out basis. And we release it later on today for the pro members at Tackle Trading, along with the Tackle Traders Report as well, which is our watch list going into next week. So if you want to be fully prepared for the market, that's the Tackle Trading newsletter. You want to look at those stocks that are primed, ready to rock and roll. You want to get an awesome education in the Traders Report. That's provided to the pro members later on today as well. Hopefully you guys have a wonderful, wonderful day and enjoy the weekend as well. This is it for Tackle Today for today,